We're in the thick of summer, and this Leo knows she should be living her best life this time of year, rejoicing in the hot, sunny days and warm, languid nights, the respite from the routine and the busyness of the rest of the year, for a more fluid schedule, leaving time for adventures and afternoon swims. And yet, I tend to struggle in summer. The summer heat can be too much for me, a girl from upstate New York. And as someone with a somewhat chaotic life in general, the added chaos of having a child home for summer vacation, with camps and vacations and daily activities added to the mix, can be overwhelming for me. This is where I was, coming into Litha and the summer solstice this year. And it was clear as the longest day of the year that I was in need of a reset. So I gave myself a whole day to celebrate the summer and all that Litha reminds us to have reverence for at this turn of the wheel. The summer solstice is a powerful day. It is the midpoint of the year that marks the peak of our rotation toward the sun in the northern hemisphere. It has been celebrated by cultures throughout history with festivals, the dedication of ancient monuments aligned with the solstice's sunrise, and various rituals and practices. Litha is one of the pagan Sabbats. It aligns with the summer solstice because the celebration of the sun's impact on our lives and on nature was extremely important to ancient pagans. And so the celebration of the solstice and Litha, also known as Midsommer, have been intertwined for quite some time. I don't consider myself a pagan, rather more of an agnostic spiritualist. But I still enjoy the opportunities the Sabbats present for us to slow down and take stock of where we are at that point of the year. Give some appreciation and gratitude for the natural world, the things we can create from and alongside nature, and the themes that we are reminded of at these times. I think that there is power in intention, and for me, that is what these practices are all about. For Litha, centered so heavily around the sun, this is a time to celebrate the abundance that the sun brings forth on Earth. The plants and food growing everywhere, the lush trees and forests full of new life, and the joy of togetherness being celebrated by families and communities. Important themes and symbols of Litha include fertility, fire, flowers, light, balance, growth, and vitality. Popular practices for Litha include nature walks, bonfires, making flower crowns or gathering flowers and herbs, decorating an altar space or doing spell work, sunbathing, gathering with family and friends, and baking sweet treats with fresh berries, herbs, or honey. For my solstice celebration day, I decided to start the day by going outside. Spending time in nature is a fantastic way to honor the beauty and abundance of the earth in summer and enjoy the precious warmth of the sun. While I was out, I gathered flowers from my garden to create a Litha jar for my altar space. And I collected some flowers and herbs for a summer simmer pot. I love a simmer pot, and it's so fun to remember that they don't just have to be limited to fall or winter. And so for this one, I used sun water, lemons for cleansing and positivity, oranges for abundance and prosperity, rosemary for healing and protection, lavender for peace and serenity, and the wild spearmint that grows in my backyard to attract love, abundance, and clarity. Then I put on my apron and got baking. I used a super simple recipe to make a lemon lavender honey cake, topped with confectionery sugar, and boy was it delicious. The perfect midsummer dessert. Finally, I put together a Litha spell jar for my altar, containing dirt from my garden, yellow and white flowers, a yellow candle, lavender, rosemary, a shell, and crystals like sunstone and citrine. Each element chosen as a symbol of the energy and associations of the solstice and the celebration of Litha. When creating altar displays or spell jars, remember that the ingredients are wonderful to have, but it's taking the time to focus your energy on the intentions you want to honor and embrace that is the most important part of the practice. And then I ended the day by mixing myself a lavender lemonade to sip on the patio, as the big, beautiful sun finally made its descent behind the trees to illuminate the world for someone else. Despite not loving the hot summer days, I think taking the solstice to celebrate the bounty of nature and how luscious and full of life everything feels was a needed reminder to honor the moment that I'm in for what it offers, regardless of whether or not it's my particular version of perfect. At the end of the day, Litha reminded me that beauty and simplicity can radiate just as bright as the sun, and that is something worthy of celebration.